Listen, I was looking forward for today's podcast. Why? Because I really do believe that it's really going to empower many of you. It is going to actually make you feel that, okay, there's nothing wrong with you, and you just need to trust the process and wait on the Lord. So we're going to talk about who says it's too late. I know you've heard that over and over. Maybe you're a sister and, people have said to you, well, why aren't you married yet? Or why don't you have a baby yet? Or why haven't you acquired that degree? Or why haven't you started that business? And sometimes, the conversations you have with people and sometimes with yourself, you tend to get a sense that maybe it's kind of too late. Maybe I've wasted time. Maybe I've made so many mistakes, or whatever the situation may be. But I'm here today to tell you it's never too late. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many problems you have had in your life, how many setbacks. I don't care how many obstacles that have stood in front of you. I'm telling you, it's never too late. It's never too late for you to make progress. Let that settle in your spirit for a moment. It's never too late for you to make progress. One of the things that I've been dealing with lately, I've been really sharing this with people, is the fact that we in our society today have allowed the opinions of people and even some of the expectations that people set to control our lives. And we need to stop it. We need to stop trying to live to people's expectations. The only person we ought to be living for is God. And can I suggest to you today that there are times that, we just be hard on ourselves, because God is a God of opportunities. He's a God that always constantly wants us to understand that we are loved beyond measure, that we're loved not based on condition, but we're loved based on His decision to love us, because He knows what He has placed on the inside of each and every one of us. So I really hope that you will understand that you need to take the pressure off yourself. You need to stop thinking that, okay, maybe certain things you'll never gain in life again. That is a lie. It's not too late. So let me walk you through a few things, right? And hopefully at the end of today's podcast, you will make a decision that you are going to embrace this new change that God wants to bring in your life, that you are going to embrace the opportunities that He's going to put before you each and every day, because they're there. In fact, this podcast right now is an opportunity for you to say to yourself, wait a minute, I can do this. I can make progress. I can succeed. So let's dive into it. First of all, it's never too late for you to evolve. Let me say it again. It's never too late for you to evolve. If you're not evolving, you are dying. Do not settle for being the same person for the last 5 years, the last 10 years. And I know sometimes that's scary to yourself or scary to people, because people enjoy keeping you where they last saw you. Oh, that's good. People love the fact that you're the same person, you haven't changed, you're not making progress, because it's a sense of, to them, it's a sense that they're in control, that they're getting ahead of you and so forth. Very few people will share in your successes. You need to embrace the fact that I don't care what you're going through, what you've been through, that you can evolve. You can change into a better person. You can make progress in developing yourself educationally, career-wise, the way you think about life and relationships and so forth. It's never too late to evolve. I have to tell you, the best years of my life, and some of you won't even recognize and realize what I'm saying to you. The best years of my life started when I was 50. Now I'm 58. So really, I've been enjoying the last 8 years of my life like I've never been before. Of course, prior to age 50, I've been blessed and, God's been good to me. Yes, I understand that. But the most enjoyable part of my life has been since I turned 50. Why? Because at 50, something happened in my thinking. Something happened in the way I see life. I evolved. There were certain things that, I was pretty much, if you will, not willing to embrace. And I'm not talking about unrighteousness now, so don't go off and be crazy now with your thoughts. I was narrow-minded in my thinking. And not only that, I was so involved in trying to help everybody, which was a good thing, and it's a God thing, but I paid very little attention on me. Oh, and that's why I've done some podcasts about don't feeling bad about taking care of yourself. Don't feeling bad about, finding yourself, and don't lose it trying to find other people, right? I evolved and I found that my life took on a whole different meaning at 50. And I mean, you would think at 50, you just evolving? Actually, yes. But it was never too late for me. Maybe you're in your teens. It's not too late for you to evolve into the woman or the man that God has called you to be. You're in your 30s. You're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Maybe you're 80, 90. I'm telling you, it's time for you to evolve. It's time for you to embrace the fact that there are so many great things ahead of you. The fact that you are still alive and on the planet is a sign that God's not through with you, that there's more on the earth for you to do and to enjoy. Don't consume your life with just doing, working, giving. There ought to be a moment of your life to embrace and to receive. Bishop Jakes at my 58th birthday, this birthday, he sent a video and I listened to it, and it blessed me because he pretty much summed up my life. He talked about how, great leaders have a tendency, we spend our lives giving, and helping. And it's difficult for us to receive. It almost makes us feel guilty to receive. And then he said, just receive. This year, this birthday, just get into the mindset of embracing what God is doing in your life. That's when a person has evolved from the mindset of thinking that you only get blessed or God only will honor you when you just pour yourself out. You cannot keep pouring yourself out and nothing has been poured into you. That's where you're going to get frustrated. That's where you're going to feel overwhelmed. And that's where you're not going to enjoy life. So it's never too late for you to evolve. So why don't you make a decision right now? You're watching, you're listening to me. Make a decision to embrace a new way of living. Maybe the way you're living, it's not God's way for you. Why don't you embrace the change, right? It's never too late, not only to evolve, but to change. It's never too late. I don't care. It's never too late to change from the mindset that you have, to change from the habits that you have, to change from how you're living your life, to change from how you're functioning, the direction you're going. It's never too late. You see, because as long as you're living, breathing, there's hope. It's never too late to correct your mistakes. Now this one got me going, because so many times people think that it is much easier for them to lay down in their mistakes and play dead because that's the only option. That's not true. No matter how many mistakes you've made, all of us, listen, I don't care who you are, all of us have made mistakes in life. We have made dumb decisions, and some of the decisions have haunted us for years. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to change from those habits. It's never too late to correct those mistakes. So listen to me. Whatever you did in your teens, whatever mistakes you made in your 20s, it's not too late. You're in your 40s now and you think you're dealing with the consequences of that. No. Maybe you had a child at an early age. It's never too late. Listen, that is a life. That's not a mistake. That's a life. And you need to embrace that. Maybe you never went to school or you never finished your education to acquire a degree. If that's your passion still, it's never too late to pursue it. It's never too late to start the business. It's never too late to make the correction that, wait a minute, maybe the reason why that business didn't succeed is because I wasn't disciplined enough. I didn't, acquire all the knowledge that I needed in order to maintain a business. Perhaps it was a relationship. Maybe you end up divorcing someone that now you're figuring it out that it was a good woman. She was a good woman. He was a good man. It's never too late to correct it. Now, you may not get the person back. I'm not sitting up in here today telling you, oh yeah, your boo is coming back. Your boo is gone. And you need to accept that. And you need to accept the fact that your boo is with somebody else. Your boo found love with somebody else. They got married and so forth. Now, you can say all the stuff you want to say. Your boo is gone. But you can correct that. You can look into yourself, evolve, and stop blaming your boo, your exes, for how they treated you and if they treated you wrong. I always believe this. Whenever a man or woman treat their spouse bad and really did them wrong, don't you ever for one moment think they're going to get away with it. You keep on praying. God knows how to handle people who have despitefully used you and say all manner of evil against you. Leave that person to God, but you just need to evolve. You need to get to the place where you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to correct that mistake. So I'm going to find love again. What should I look for or not look for in the next person I believe God's going to bring into my life? You can correct that. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe as a man, it's your attitude. Maybe it's your ignorance. Maybe it's your ego. Maybe as a woman, it's your mouth, right? It's your attitude. It's the way you think. Maybe you've been damaged by your parents. Maybe you had no proper training. Maybe you're bitter against men. I don't know what it is. You need to say to yourself at your age, and I know I hear it a whole lot of times. I hear it especially from women. I hear it. I don't need no man. I can be all bad by myself. All I need is Jesus right now. That's a bunch of baloney. Stop it. If you choose that you don't want to have a partner in your life, just say, okay, I'm done. I have no feelings for the opposite sex. I'm cool. I'm okay. That is fine. We can accept that. That's your choice. But deep in your heart, if you know you're saying that, but in your heart and privately, you are in need of a lover, you need somebody to be there, then stop the madness. Correct your mistake and say, or your mistakes, I should say, and just say, Lord, what did I do wrong? Show me what did I do wrong to chase her, to chase him. How, parenting, God, I was bad at handling my children. It's never too late. Maybe your kids are grown up now. You can fix that. You can go and apologize. Say, look, I never raised you properly. I did you some wrong things. I'm totally sorry. It's never too late to correct the mistakes. All of us, you know what your mistakes are. You know what you did. You know how stupid it was. You have to evolve to own up to the mistakes and change your attitude and say, I'm going to correct that. It's never too late to forgive. Now, this is a big one. Forgiveness, you would be shocked at the amount of people, and especially those people who consider themselves Christians, followers of Jesus Christ, I have discovered that some of the most difficult people to forgive are the ones in the church. Oh my goodness. Are the ones in the church. It's true. The people in the church, they are the ones. They will crucify you and bury you and seal the tomb and guard the tomb. And when you think that's bad, they would put snakes around the tomb door. They would light fires around, because their thing is you ain't coming out. There's no room for forgiveness. There are many of you listening to me right now. You have unforgiveness in your heart. You're bitter against that woman. You're bitter against that man, and you know it. And if you be honest and evolve, you know I'm telling you the truth. It's hard for you to forgive. There's stuff that has happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and you still to this day can't get it out of your system. You're still angry against that person. You're still mad with your siblings. Some of you with your parents. You're still angry with your parents about what they did to you. You're angry with siblings. You're angry with coworkers. You're angry with the government. You're just angry. But it's never too late to forgive. It's never, I don't care if you are in your 70s. You need to evolve. You need to correct it. You need to change. You know, my principle that I live by today is I'm too old to have people up in my heart. I'm too old to be miserable, unhappy. I'm too old to be sitting there having unforgiveness in my heart. Now, I'm going to put the pressure on people. I'll forgive you. Don't mean that you can get the opportunity again to do me dirt. No, you're not going to do that. But I'll forgive you and I'll move on. And sometimes what I find is that forgiveness eats people up. Yes, it does. Forgiveness, there's some people who dislike it. When you forgive them, they want you to go in a battle with them. They want you to fight nasty with them. But when you just say, hey, I'm cool. That's okay. You won. They hate that. So it's never too late to forgive, my friends. So if you're dealing with unforgiveness, please, I'm asking you right now to find it in your heart before you die, to forgive. The struggle is real. I know it. I'm talking to you. You need to let that thing go. Now, you can be full of pride. You can even be turned off. You may even change from the podcast and go about your business. But that doesn't take away from the truth. The truth is, somebody must be bold enough to save you from self-destruction. You are tying yourself up. You are putting yourself into prison, and you need to release yourself. You need to evolve. You need to change. You need to correct the mistakes, and you need to forgive. Let it go. Let it go. Don't you see some of the people that you're holding up in your heart? Look at them. And you said, they're really happy. So you think. Because the truth is, though what they did was wrong, in their hearts, they know how to evolve. They know how to okay, yeah, it was wrong. They should apologize, but they're moving on. Because you know what? In their mind, life is too short. Life is too short. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. Don't take to your grave the opportunities to be the best version of yourself. Release it. Do me a favor right now. I know it's hard. I know this is like therapy for some of you. Whatever that has made you bitter and angry, whoever you're upset with, please, right now, release it. Release it. Forgive. Make a decision right now and say, Lord, I forgive that person. Now it's on you. If you're looking at me and you're kissing your teeth, cutting your eyes, or not receiving that, I promise you, you will be in bondage for the rest of your life until you change. You will experience a burden that no human being should put upon themselves. So I need you to take heed to that. It's never too late to start all over again. Oh, and this one, aren't we scared of starting over again? Because when we look, the pressure of, I got to do that over again. Who says it's got to be hard like the first time? Who says it's harder than the first time? Don't listen. It's okay to start over. It's okay to take another leap of faith and start that business again. It's okay to start over again. Open up your heart to loving again. It's okay to start over again by saying, let me try pursuing that degree. It's okay to build your credit again. It's okay. Don't get discouraged. It's okay to say, let me invest. I know I've lost some stuff. I'm going to buy a house again. My first one went into foreclosure. It's okay. It's okay to start over again and say, Lord, send me a friend. I lost the last one for 20 years. They betrayed me or they died. It's okay to start over again. And I love this one. It's never too late to have forward thinking. It's never too late to have forward thinking. Because sometimes I think we become stagnant, right? We become complacent, no progress. We don't want to take a leap of faith. But it's never too late to have forward thinking. Start thinking, okay, God, I see your plans for me, in the next 5 years. God, I see my desires come into fruition for the next 5 years. Forward thinking. God, I'm not going to be bogged down with the mindset of the past. I'm going to begin to think, what are your plans for me in the future? Forward thinking. I'm better than this. Though I might have failed, though I might be in a bad position, you speak in, Lord, I'm going to begin to think that I can make it big. I can become better. I can become successful and so forth. So never let, my friends, your age, never let the lack of resources, criticisms, or the difficult situations that you're in stop you from embracing what God has in store for you. Because it's never too late. It's never too late. I hope today, man, I've empowered you and given you the push that no matter your age, no matter your status, no matter the condition that you're in, that you would tell yourself, okay, I'm going to start over again. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to make the effort. I'm going to launch out in faith. I'm going to stand up and believe that all things are possible, because it's never too late. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You are an awesome man of God. You are an awesome woman of God. You're full of potential. Don't let your past define you. No. Let what's on the inside of you. Greatness is locked up on the inside of you, and you have the ability to be great. I can't wait to see you in your future. I can't wait to see that what you have done, your efforts have brought you prosperity. Your effort has brought you to a place of total fulfillment. Don't give the devil the win. Give him a black eye. You can do this. Yes, I'm telling you, you can do it as a single mother, as a single father. You can do it as a couple. You can do it as a divorcee. You can do it functioning in a dysfunctional relationship. You can do it with a paycheck that's barely making it. Yes, you can do it in the midst of haters and people who criticize you. You can do it even when you're emotionally limping, in pain. You can do this. I know there's been a lot that's been thrown at you. I get it. I know no one knows your pain. I know you don't even trust anybody. I know you're trying to hide a lot of your real hurt. No one knows how much it is at night you cry, how much it is you almost losing it. No one knows how you're even being sick. Some of you almost thinking you're going to lose your mind. I'm telling you, you're not. You're not. The things you're believing God for, it's never too late to receive them. Don't you ever give up hope. Thanks for hanging with me today. And remember, I believe in you. I'll see you in the next podcast.